So we are here with the next experiment number 5, which says that we have to create a Java class called division. What we are going to do here is just divide two numbers and find out whether the denominator is 0. While doing division, denominator cannot be 0. In mathematics, if we are dividing any number by 0, it gives us infinity, but the computer does not understand that infinity. So what we are going to do is we are going to display a message that it is divided by 0, error, and what is that error should be displayed if the denominator is 0. So here we are taking two variables a and b here, and compute a divided by b and print when b is not 0. When b is not 0, what is the result? Quotient that we have to print. Next, raise an exception when b is equal to 0. Now the new term has come here, that is exception. What is an exception? It is some abnormal condition which is happening in our program that will cause sudden abortion of the process. Why the process is terminated, we cannot understand. So that for avoiding that purpose, we have to handle that exception. So we can handle this exception using one method which we are using here is using a try and catch block. So those part of code which we feel that they may generate exceptions, means they may cause abnormal termination of the program, that part of code will be put in the try block. Then if exception is not generated, well and good, it will execute in a normal way. If exception is generated, if there is some abnormal condition is occurring, then what to do? What to do is written in the catch block. So catch block is handling the try block. That is what we are going to see here. Now first we are having, again we are importing the scanner class for reading a and b to input variables. Name of the class given here is division. Then again we are directly writing the public static void main. I have explained what is this public static void main in all the previous videos. So now here we are declaring a, b and result as the variables, class variables. So to read, we are declaring the object of the scanner here, that is input. Input is an object of the scanner class. Then we are asking the user enter two integers. Enter two integer, a message will be displayed. Then whatever integer a, first integer will be stored in a, second integer will be stored in b. See, we are reading integers, so we are using here next int as the function. So next what we are doing here is, so now we are calculating the quotient. So while calculating the quotient, we have to do the division. During this division, abnormal condition may arise if b value is equal to 0. Means this part of code is going to may or may not produce the exception. That is why it is put in the try block here. Result is equal to a divided by b. So if it executes in a normal way, means if the value of b is not 0, then we are going to get the result. Since result is an integer, only integer part will be printed here. So result is equal to this part will be printed as it is, because it is put into the double quote, equal to. After that what we are printing, we are appending this value of this variable will be printed. Suppose b value is 0, then an exception will be occurred, exception will be arised by this try block, then it is handled by the catch block. So in the catch block we are having arithmetic exception. See, this divide by 0 is a kind of arithmetic exception. There are different kinds of exceptions like array out of bound exception, string exceptions, and like this arithmetic exceptions. So this arithmetic exception will be whatever abnormal condition is there, that will be stored in this variable e. E will be printing the stack value. See, whenever an exception occurs, whatever error or abnormal condition, that will be stored in the top of the system stack. So what is that stored in the top of the system stack? That will be printed by this variable e. Okay, so if it is present, then it will be printed, that is exception caught. It is divided by 0 error, and e means stack status will be printed here. If at all the try block raises an exception, then only this catch block will be executed, otherwise it will not be executed. And one more very important thing, whenever you are writing a try block, whether the exception is raised or not raised, we have to write one corresponding catch block, otherwise it will give an error. Anywhere, any programming language, if you write a try block, its corresponding catch block should be present. This is how we are going to execute. So this is ending the main program, and this is ending the class. This is a quite very small problem. Let us execute this now. So here again I am creating a new project here. So Java project name is 5th program. So next, finish, then just a right click, new class. What should be the name of the class? See here, only one class is there, division, in which we are having the main function. So that I am giving here as the name of the class. Then yes, so what, see, this is showing red mark means it is an error. This is for catch block, this is for try block. So this is for main function. Class is not closed, so we are closing the class now. Here error is gone. So save it, run the program. Yes, we have got the output here. Input to integers, so I am inputting 10 and one more is 5. So what is 10 divided by 5? Result is 2. Okay, one more time let us execute this one, where we are having an exception. So we are having 2 and 0 is the denominator. Yes, see here, if exception is there, exception caught divided by 0 first will be printed. Yes, it is printing here, exception caught divided by 0. Followed by that we are printing the stack status. So this is telling you the stack status, which means error has occurred in a Java program, which is an arithmetic exception. So in that arithmetic exception, again it is divide by 0 error. So this complete is the stack status, which will be stored in the top of the stack when an exception is occurring. Hope all of you have understood this.